I don't think anybody watches it, but you said you do it. So Jeremy's setting up a little camera so people can watch us.
But you won't be able to hear him, so I'll have to listen to him on there. On the actual
No, this
podcast.
is going to be horrible for the people that are doing this because they're not even going to be able to hear you.
Right.
Like, you're piped in through our headphones.
That's why I was like, you got like another some headphones we could just like put it up close to the.
I don't think it would work.
Sure it would somehow. Yeah. If you cranked it up just enough? No.
I don't have anything that would work.
Do you have another input on there? Or output, I mean?
No. Well, yeah, 2. But it would have to be a long cord.
That is true.
To get to him. Or to get to that thing. Anyways, so hell, we just thought we'd bring you on and just nerd out.
Yeah.
Totally want to ask you about stuff you've done for, art-wise and the brand and stuff. And the cool thing about, like, I've been listening to Rose Google forever, and you used to be on in the early days every now and then as a guest, right? Yep. Yep. So I remember you coming on there because I remember you always talking about the mini comic stuff, and I always liked that. So, so it's just kind of cool because, we know, but I know you from Roast Google Dinner, but I don't think a lot of fans ever get to really just, hear about the people on that show, in depth a little bit. You know what I mean? Right. So I think this is kind of fun to just, have a chat.
And we'll pretty much start it off like we normally do. Like, we'll do our little intro and we'll do our news and thank our Patreon peoples and then we'll all the official stuff. And then we have like a question about new adventures that we asked our Facebook groups or our social media groups and stuff, and we'll kind of talk about that because I don't think any of us are really fans of new adventures, but the question is basically what could you do, or do you like new adventures, and if you don't, what would you have done to make it better? So then we won't do any toy reviews or anything like that, but we do have the mini comic. Did you want to be a part of the mini comic? All right. It's what one is it?
Multi-bot.
Oh yeah,
is that your book or mine, Jeremy?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yep. Oh, that's yours.
Page 683. Or well, that's not the beginning of it. But 673. So we don't edit. Our show is just our show. Now, if somebody said something horrendous,
I did say fuck once, and I ended up cutting it out. So
we can edit. So if anybody ever said something that you were like, "Oops, I shouldn't have said that," we can do it. But I don't know how. Val always talks about his 8-hour editing sprees and how long it takes for him. So I assume he does a ton of editing. I don't know, but
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we leave that awkwardness in here because we are awkward people. So
Well, we got an advantage. Yeah. And plus, we podcast in the same room.
That's
So,
true. Yeah.
There's no delays, and we can read each other's body language, and it's just it's easier than when.
Oh, I just had a great idea for the Patreon thing. We could have naked podcasting.
What? You want to lose Patreon?
No, I think it'd be great. I think we'd get like one person to watch us. No, that'd be terrible. Ugh. Yeah. Naked Patreon podcast.
Yeah.
Another good thing we shoot from the gut up.
So what episode is it, Jeremy?
44.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I only messed up one time, and you never know, so.
44. All right, well, if everybody's ready, what I'll do is I'll start it, and I have to shut the mics off, so you're going to just disappear to us again. You might hear what we say. And then our music plays. Me and Jeremy will be able to hear the music in our headphones, and you won't. Just like all the little stupid drops we play, too, you won't be able to hear them. So then, and then you'll just hear us come back in, act like idiots for a few minutes, and then we'll introduce you. Do you have a title, like best artist in the world for Motu, or something you want us to call you by, or? Okay.
That sounds like a challenge. Hey, by the way, thanks for that trade with the foot. Yeah, I actually ended up getting the other foot like way down the line, but yeah. Do you need paper or something? Yes, I did. They
I was
actually
looking
sent me
for,
one.
yeah, it was.
So I do have an extra foot now if you ever need a foot. That's right. All right. Steve's writing stuff down. He looks a little sweaty. You all right?
Sweaty.
Are you good? You're really smiley. Are you good? You good?
I'm a little I'm nervous.
Oh, okay.
I'm nervous every episode.
It's true. He has anxiety. And then I just say something really dumb, and he's just like, "Oh, good. This will be great." All right.
All right, here we go. Let's okay. I think we're ready. We're gonna start it. All right.
Intro music is going.
So we can't hear Nate, but he
Yep.
can hear us probably.
Right. And Patreon people, if you watch this, you won't be able to hear Nate either, so this might be boring for you, but sorry. Music is still going. 44, yeah.
Yeah, 44.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Episode 89.
Now I gotta try something confident. Episode 44.
Open the door for some more Masters lore. It's time to score episode 44.
Of the podcasters of the universe, I didn't say what I usually say. See,
You
I
didn't.
screwed up.
You didn't screw up. That sounded amazing.
Podcasters of the universe, episode 44. Dang
Oh.
it.
Well, here we are.
Here we are, 44 episodes in. I still don't have it right.
I don't think we know what we're doing at all.
No, we don't.
We're just winging it, man.
Totally wing it.
It's good, though. I missed you.
Yeah, this 2 weeks went by fast.
It really did. But, I mean, technically, it's less than 2 weeks because we did it on a Thursday the last time. So we're a couple days early from 2 weeks, but still, man. Yeah.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go, man.
I'm super ready to go.
So, yeah, go ahead. You do your thing.
So, we got a guest.
We do.
We got a good guest.
Yep.
So, waiting in the green room, next door here, I think a lot of people are going to be pretty happy to hear from toy designer, illustrator, and Motu royalty,
Motu royalty.
Nate
Ooh.
Birch. Welcome, Nate. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it sounded cool.
He's a podcaster too.
Yeah, there's a whole list of stuff I could have said.
Yeah.
But I'm not smart enough to rattle it off. So
he's a jack of all trades and master of most of them. So there you go.
yeah.
I think we can all relate to that. Excellent. Well, thanks for coming on our show, man. We appreciate it. Yeah. We're going to have Nate sitting through the whole episode, so this should be pretty exciting. You guys are going to get to hear his opinions on stuff that we normally answer and make ourselves look like idiots. So, so welcome. Well, what have you been up to, Steve?
I started a new job Monday, so
It's kind of like you're ramping down.
Yeah. I'm like cleaning out things and moving on and trying to pass on things before I walk out the door, and it's
like last minute knowledge.
yeah, it's kind of weird, but boring to talk about. But that's where my life's at right now.
Is it exciting?
It's exciting and scary.
Yeah,
at the same time.
It always is. I actually just started my job this week, so I'm like 2 days in, and I'm like, I haven't done anything for the last year, really. I've been riding some 401k cash and just whatever, and it was exciting and great, but I am just out of shape. Standing up for 8 hours was absolute hell. Just 8 hours. Yep, 2 days in a row. And yeah, I got to get back in shape, but it's going to be good. I think this is going to be good for me.
Isn't it weird to say you got to get back in shape to stand?
I know. Well, I started noticing when I was playing gigs, like 4 hours standing up, just playing my guitar and yelling, and like I was like falling apart afterwards. Like I'd climb up, I'd basically crawl out of my van when I got home. So I'm got to start doing something. So yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be good.
Yeah,
fingers crossed. So.
Well, Nate, what's up with you right now? You working on anything cool? Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, yeah. Nice. So now you've done all the packaging artwork for Mythic Legion so far, haven't you? That's cool.
How amazing is that?
The troll box art is, I mean, it's all awesome, but I love the troll box art. You know, it's pretty cool because, you know, like thinking back to like the box art of the trolls, you know, they had on there like the ice troll right from the start, I believe. And I think was the Cyclops on there as well? So you guys, so you get to see these things, and you know, like us, we saw the ice troll, and we're like, oh, that'd be cool if they did that, you know, and obviously they already had that in their heads to do that.
Was that? Do they give you any like free reign to kind of do whatever you want, or do they just, like put you in a sort of direction?
Okay. Yep.
I don't even try. Yeah, I don't even
No.
try.
Yeah, he gets a kick out of us pronouncing it all wrong and acts like he's like surly about it. We're like, no one can say this stuff. Come on.
Yeah, then it would make some sense, but
Yeah.
excellent. Man, now my brain's swirling. Like, so you said you have 3 jobs going on right now, and you said with the horseman? Hmm.
Right.
Yes, I was going to ask you about this. Go ahead. Yes. I've got 1,000 questions for you, but I know that you can't answer a single one. That is so sweet.
Yeah, I find comfort in that.
So do I.
You know?
Because I'm like, turtles is my number 2. Easy. So, I mean, I run a Facebook group. There's like almost 9,000 people in there. And I just like, I nerd out on turtles too. You know, sometimes you don't need a break from masters, but you like to talk about your other nerdy things here and there. And turtles is like, oh my God, so good. Like my 2 tattoos, because I only count them as 2, because they're like a half sleeve and a full sleeve. And the half sleeve is turtles, and the full sleeve is He-Man. So, yeah, that is excellent.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm a dork.
So speaking about other nerdy things, Nate, what else? What are you into other than masters? I've always wondered, what makes you tick. Right. Okay. Hmm. Oh.
Don't we? Oh yeah, yeah. I accidentally started a Rock Lord collection. Yeah, I found a bunch and like, right, yeah. Yeah, I ended up getting like a lot from some local lady in town, and there was a bunch of Transformers and like Rock Lords and stuff. And I'm like, I've always liked Rock Lords, so why not? Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. No.
No, but I know what they are. I'm familiar with them, for sure. That is cool.
I'm actually kind of looking at pictures as you're talking about it. And I'm like, oh man, don't get me started down another. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Yes. That's great.
That's cool.
Yeah. I might have, no, I don't need to go down it. But like already, I'm like, This happens to me. I ran into some, like, what are they called? The Warlords of War or something. Like, I can't remember. Like little, yeah, the little like 3-inch. Okay, yeah, yeah. I ended up getting 4 figures for that, and because I'm like, well, those are very, they look a lot like 5.5 type figures, and I'm huge into those. Thank you, Masters. But yeah, I ended up getting 2 of the guys that look like the wrestlers from Pro Wrestling, the old Nintendo game, and then a couple of other dudes, but they came in a pack together. I was like, oh, that's a rabbit hole too. I'm just I'm just glad that yeah. Yeah, yeah. Especially like with me, I'm like picking and choosing, so I don't have to be a completist. So, I'll throw 20, bucks here or there or whatever. But yeah, buying them all would not be good for me. Yeah.
So, as far as masters are concerned, can you tell us what was do you remember the first thing you worked on for it had to do with masters? Oh, really? So 2000X stuff? So was it 2000X stuff? Mm-hmm. Right. So was this an art job or was this a different job? Were you doing something? It was okay. 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 Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. Right.
All the stuff that we love.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Amazing. I remember those.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
I can picture it all in my head right now.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
God, how exciting would that be? I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? God.
Uh-huh. That's cool.
That is super cool. Yeah, I don't know if you know, but Steve's got another podcast called the My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me podcast. Okay. Okay, so
Okay.
you listen, all right. I was gonna say, because yeah, Cornboy got real attached to that show. So it was pretty funny. I'm like, how that is crazy, you guys. Like, I know you guys, and this guy listens to you guys, and you guys worship that guy. And yeah,
Yeah.
really does. I mean, that's kind of what brought us to PowerCon last year. It was like the whole, like, man, like maybe me a little bit more than Steve, but I've been talking to a lot of nerdy, geeky people from around the world for years. Just oh yeah, maybe someday we could hang out, maybe, and then going and oh, right, right, so cool. Are you gonna be there this year? Nice. Well, that's a good reason. Family comes first. Yeah. Yeah, we were starstruck the whole, not starstruck, I guess, but like just like floating, like our feet didn't touch the floor the whole time. But right,
talking to Mark Taylor.
Yeah, Mark Taylor's like, I remember just standing by his table, and he's just like, "Hey," because I was like, "Well, let's get a picture," and I kind of leaned over the side of it. I didn't want to I didn't want to make him feel weird. He's like, "No, get back here," and he told some girl to take our picture and stuff. I was like, "This is so cool." And then seeing Rob Lamb walking through the halls, and I took my Skeletor and talked at him with Skeletor's voice.
Had to make it creepy.
Yeah, I had to make it creepy. I did, but. Yeah. The wise man talks. That's so great.
What a memory.
He's so nice, and his wife too. They're both just super nice. And his wife's been getting into like just random masters groups now, and just like talking to everybody. She'll comment on stuff on my main page, like my page. And I'm just like, weird. Like, it's awesome, but it's weird. I'm just a guy. But yeah, it's cool. Well, good. We're actually gonna be able to meet you then. Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm crashing it.
Yeah.
Last year I was all scared of Corn Boy. This year I'm just going to walk up and give him a hug or something.
Yeah, you should have seen Steve. It was so cute. I like. Was it me that had to talk to him? Like, hey, do you mind if Steve does an interview with you? Like, you're just so shy and kind of nervous.
I don't remember.
It was pretty funny, but yeah, that'll be awesome.
No, so man, you got into on the 2002 stuff. You've been doing stuff for the Four Horsemen ever since. That's awesome. So you are totally like into like first four mini comic Alcala stuff, right? That's your favorite, right? It's your bread and butter, isn't it? What do you think it is about that makes you that's your favorite?
I actually was listening to that on the way here. I said I was actually just listening to that on the way here.
Yeah.
Well, how old are you?
So if you were going to make a movie and it was, you weren't worried about mass appeal and making everybody happy, is that what you envisioned you would want to see?
So how old are you? That's perfect. That's amazing. That's pretty much where I would go. I think something like that because it just sounds so fun. How old are you? I'm sorry, I asked a couple of times, but I mean we got a delay, so. No, that's all right. Huh? Oh, okay. No, I was just asking how old you were because I'm trying to compare us. 43. Okay, so we're not that far off then. But of course, in the early 80s, those formative years there, a few years definitely makes a big difference.
Oh, it totally does.
Because I was more, I read those comics and stuff, and I loved the art, and I loved everything about them. They were so mysterious and kind of creepy. But like the cartoon was my jam because I was like 3 and 4 and 5, and it was like, yay, bright colors in my face. But but as like Steve and I had, when we started this podcast, we're like, well, let's just go through the book and like read a mini comic every episode, and we really latched onto those early issues a lot. And I mean, because I'd read them before, but when you like sit there and analyze them and go, oh wow, look, they did that. He had 2 different power harnesses. What? Just stuff like that. It like really just it made our old brains start imagining cool stuff. So
it for me, I mean, I was into He-Man before Filmation, so those mini comics were my window into it. The first stuff, and I remember when the cartoon came out, it was jarring to me. However, I was like, okay, well, they made a cartoon and it's different, and Prince Adam's here and everything else, but because there was something about it being a cartoon, it was like, okay, well, this is legitimate. I guess this is what He-Man is, and it's almost like I seriously remember almost like thinking, well, I guess the other stuff doesn't count.
right.
And then I remember being at a certain age, maybe a year or two older, and I remember vividly going through my toy box and finding these old mini comics and looking at them again, and almost like for the first time,
right,
and going, this was way cooler.
right,
and looking at the even the back page, that there's the back page, it has that art. It looks like it's done on like parchment paper, and it has like Beastman, it's Red Beast standing there, and I would just look at that and go, this is so different from what He-Man is now, and me just being kind of becoming enthralled with it all over again and going, yeah, I really, really like this. Why does Skeletor look so evil here? Why isn't he wearing any underwear?
You do get a lot of you get a lot of blue butt cheek in those early issues. Nope, it's just there.
Yeah.
We just noticed it.
Just the creepiness of a blue-skulled guy that's talking about marrying Tila. It's like, what?
And like listening to like that record, that album, I can't remember the name of it every time we do it, but we did a review of it, and no, it was the one where Skeletor is just like, he's just.
It's the LP with the music.
It's got the song. Man. Yeah, the Masters of the Universe, and it's all creepy and awesome sounding. I don't know, that's like, that creeps me out when we listen to that, and that is pretty much like, that kind of reminds me of those early comics. Like, that is what, what he would be. He wouldn't be like, he'd be like, I'm a badass, Yes.
Way cool. Well, nice.
Best part of that movie, if you ask me.
Skeletor?
Yeah. I remember as a kid being like, he looks weird, and I didn't really think much else of it. But seeing it, as an adult, when I started rediscovering He-Man again and stuff, I'm like, well, let's watch that cheesy movie that I didn't like, and then I'm like, oh, I like that. Like, that's really good.
Well, nice. Cool. Want to do some Motu news?
Yeah, we can get into some news here. All right. There's some music playing here.
All right, Jeremy, what's going on?
All right. Well, I don't know if you guys know this guy, Daniel Benedict, but he created the fan film, The Fall of Grayskull. Well, he's got another movie coming out called The Bloody Man, which kind of looks pretty cool. It's an 80s, for those who don't know, it's like an 80s horror film kind of throwback, which features a plot based around an action figure named Barbarian Man, who looks suspiciously like a certain muscle-bound blonde barbarian, who we're all speaking about. But the real cool part is that the figure was actually made for Zola World's Realm of the Underworld 5.5 action figure line. And I didn't know about this, and I'm pretty upset about it because I don't know how I missed that, because I follow everything that dude does. And if you were a supporter of at least the $55 tier of his Kickstarter, you'll get one of those figures come this December.
Oh.
So, and I missed the window by like 2 weeks, which is a pretty long time, but yeah, I'm pretty upset about that. So, right. I will. I'm going to bother him a lot is what's going to happen. Because seeing that figure, I'm like, oh my God, I need that in my collection. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of late timing for telling everybody, but I got excited about it, so I figured I would share that.
I saw the picture of the figure, but I didn't know it correlated with this Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's big. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to have to harass him about it. I don't want to be like the one, well, Jeremy got one, how come I can't type of thing, because I missed out legitimately. So, but, if somebody does back out and, or if somebody wants to sell me one, for something, I'll purchase one.
Quit asking for stuff again.
Oh, I don't want it for free. I'll pay. I got money. I got a job. So yeah, I just figured that was kind of news. Plus, I love the 80s horror stuff, so I'm curious to see it. Next, season 3 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is coming to Netflix on August 2nd. So that's just a few months away. And Oscar-winning actress, get this, Gina Davis is going to be Huntara.
Okay, so Gina Davis is League of Their Own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is she also Beetlejuice? Mm-hmm.
I thought Beetlejuice was Michael Keaton.
She was in that? Oh, I haven't seen that movie since I was 7. And, and I talk about that movie. I'll bring it up like every 6 years or something. Like, hey, anybody know? Nobody knows it. So I'm glad that you know that. But now I just learned something. It's perfect.
So season 3 is coming. Season 2 just hit.
Yep.
And that's very interesting. Season 3 already, but no toys on the shelves. Wonder what's going on there.
That's what kind of gets me. Is like, exactly. Like there's somebody said that. Oh, there was an interview with Scott Knight like recently too, and he's like, "Where's the toys?" He said something about She-Ra.
I didn't see that.
I don't know if that was a dig or whatever, but he did say it regardless. But I'm like, I would collect those figures. I'm not even like the biggest fan of the show. I've tried season 2 a little bit, and I watched season 1. But mainly it's just because I want to catch any references to anything old school. So, and plus I actually do like their Hordak. They did a good job with Hordak. But yeah, I don't know why I don't have figures. Yeah, it's a little depressing.
Where do you stand on the new She-Ra series, Nate? Hard one, huh? Okay, we'll take it. Yeah, give us the abridged version. Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. No.
Nope. Not
No.
at all.
But if it's that's such a hard one, and I really agreed with where Danielle was going, and I think you were going there a little bit. That once it okay, we need new fans, but once these new fans are liking something that's so unrecognizable to what we like, then they don't really like it anyways, because it's something different now. So what's the point? It's like they like this thing called I'm going to use Shira as an example, and even though I don't necessarily feel this way, oh, these new kids, they love this Shira. It's nothing like the Shira I loved, so why do I care if they love it?
My angle was always if that gets popular, then there's a possibility for older retro style stuff to,
Yep.
be more popular because they know there's still the adult demographic out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, pretty much everything you said, Nate. I think I agree with almost 100% of what you said there. Like that was my feelings too. Same thing with even near the end of season 1 where I kind of was watching it out of obligation.
Yeah, go ahead, Nate.
Yep, same here. Yep, same
Totally.
here.
Totally. I didn't finish the first season. I got more than halfway through it, and I just was like, I was forcing myself to keep going. And I'm like, man, I really want to like this. And I would never say anything negative against somebody who does like it. I would never, I really kind of root for it. But then again, I'm kind of like, and I'm not saying I'll never will go back to it, but there's just so many other good things to watch that I'm excited about watching. And I'm like, man, if I sit down, I have to really force myself.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Well, good. Well, I mean, we're pretty honest and we're usually pretty positive, and that's not because we want to be, we just kind of are. So, I mean, I usually try to find the positive things. And like I said, I mean, I did watch first season. I've started to watch the second season. It's not holding my attention. But, as we've all said now, it isn't really geared towards,
No.
40-year-old men.
Oh.
No. Right. I'm glad that there are fans.
Yeah, I mean, the positive side of this for me is that there are people who genuinely like this, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for them, and it's like,
And maybe those people will, discover the older stuff too and like it, Yep.
Absolutely.
See, that's how you save yourself. Just like that. But it's true.
It is true.
We do feel that way. So, what else do we have here? I only have one more thing, and that is New Adventures and Filmation He-Man writer J. Larry Carroll is attending PowerCon.
Cool.
Yeah. And Axel Jimenez.
Oh.
Yep. He should have seen Matt last year. Oh, he just had a boy crush all over Axel. He'd been talking to him for years and stuff, but he came into Denny's while we were eating breakfast, and our buddy Matt was just like, oh, like, should I talk to him? And he did that.
If you want to really brat him out, he pretended he had to go to the bathroom so that he could walk by him and then say hi.
Yep. And he came back like, oh, you're here? It was so cute.
It was hilarious.
Yep. And I had everybody who I talked to was awesome there. Really cool. So I can't wait. I'm going to have to pretend to go to the bathroom so I can say hi to Nate. What do you use? What program do you use for coloring and stuff?
Alternate? Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Yeah, we're simple men. We use iPads and Procreate.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's pretty cool when people can do that.
I wish they had a nice, good, vector program like you could use with your pen and stuff. But man, it's kind of limiting. Like when I see what people could do on PCs and stuff like that, I'm like, man, if I could, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not that serious. There's so many people that are way better. I'm just going to stick to what I do. Yeah, there was some that I was looking up and trying to work with. So I was trying to turn something into a vector drawing, and it was just, I don't know. It wasn't easy. That's all I know. Maybe it was just foreign to me.
Probably is an easier way, but you see, I like it because then I have an excuse to not be so good. I'd be like,
Oh, I just use Procreate.
And like, you suck. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't really even know how to use this piece of crap.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I was always curious because I mean, I hear you guys talk about doing art and stuff like that, and I'm like, I wonder what they use. So interesting. Awesome.
Nice.
That's the trick. That's the tab. Awesome.
All right.
So that will move us on to listener feedback. Oh, you're good. Is it? Oh, there we go. There's the music playing.
All right.
Okay, so we are on to listener feedback. We're not going to do any questions or comments this week because we have Nate with us and we'd rather pick his brain. But we will get back to that. But we did ask the social media groups a question, and that question was, are you a fan of the New Adventures of He-Man cartoon? If not, what could they have done to make it more watchable for you? I figure it's kind of fitting, seeing as though New Adventures will be represented at PowerCon this year. There should be some stuff about that, and plus it's kind of the black sheep of the of the Masters fandom.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what about you, Steve? What I already know, but what you were a big fan? Am I correct?
I was.
Weren't.
No,
I slur my words.
I really wanted to be a big fan of it, but I couldn't. The toys. I am a very drawn to barbarian-like stuff, and when you take away that aspect and you make it techie, and when you take away the familiarity of something I love, like I couldn't figure out even as a little kid. One of the biggest things that threw me off was it was a different power sword. It wasn't the power sword. What is this piece of technological thing he's using? How does that work? I didn't understand. You don't make a guy less muscular. You make him more muscular. Because I'm such a bonehead. I'm really a Neanderthal at heart, and I'm like, more muscle's better.
No, I agree with you. No, yeah. I totally agree.
And I didn't, more skin, better.
Skin to win.
Skies out, thighs out. Don't wear pants. I just...
Skies out, thighs out.
Yeah. So, and then Skeletor, I think you said it earlier, you may have commented in one of the threads, Jeremy, but you just... After Alan Oppenheimer, how are you ever supposed to accept that voice as Skeletor? You just can't.
Yeah.
At least I can't. It's one of those things where I was like, and then the art of the cartoon, it looked like those. They used to advertise them on Saturday mornings. There were these Bible videos that were, they were cartoon. And they were like a religious, and it was Bible stories. Mm-hmm. The art looked like that to me, it didn't look right to me. And so, no, I wasn't a fan, even though I really wanted to get on the side of He-Man again. And yes. Yeah. So that was kind of how. It was kind of the best part of that whole thing is the I think it's in the first episode where Prince Adam is in the throne room with his parents, and it actually kind of resembles Marlena and the king. It looks like he's actually in Eternal's palace, kind of. It's a different art style, but you can tell that that's where he's at. And then after that, there's nothing recognizable anymore. And like I said earlier, once it gets far enough where it's not unrecognizable to the thing you loved, it's not the thing you loved anymore, so who cares?
Fair enough. So your solution to making it better would have been skies out, eyes out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yup, show those thighs, guys. I think that the solution to making it better would have been making it recognizable to what, you know.
So you think if maybe they kept like the same art style, like if Filmation had still done it, or
I don't think it needed to be the same art style. I don't think it needed to be, cookie cutter Filmation exact. I think the art style isn't what killed it. I thought it was, for me, I thought it was weird, but that's not what made me dislike it. It was the things like that's not the power sword.
Yeah.
Skeletor doesn't have eyes.
Or hair.
He might deteriorate more, but he's not going to grow eyes.
Right.
And
Right.
and so the voice wasn't Alan Oppenheimer. For some, like 2000X Skeletor. I know his name, the voice actor, but
Is that Brian?
yes, and he's not exactly Oppenheimer either, but
He was reminiscent of.
he's reminiscent of it.
Yeah.
If they would have just just built a better bridge between the two, I think I could have swallowed it.
Fair enough. All right. How about Nate? Yeah, I think it was 89, 90, somewhere around there. Yeah, same. So have you tried to go back and watch it as an adult? I would agree. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah. No, that's good. Both you guys are good. I didn't watch it as a kid. The only thing I knew about was the commercials they had for the Power Sword and for the Havoc Staff. I remember those live action, Skeletor flipping around and doing all that stuff. I thought those were kind of cool. I actually did have the Power Sword, and my brother had the Havoc Staff, and they made cool noises, and I actually picked up a Havoc staff last summer.
Yeah.
In the box. We need to bring that out and bring it on the show and just make it laugh and stuff. Maybe we'll sample some of that.
It laughs.
It laughs, yeah.
Oh,
You
neat.
didn't know that?
No, I really.
Okay, yeah, I gotta school you then.
I'm pretty disconnected when it comes to the new adventure stuff, to be honest, unless it's the Four Horsemen redesigns.
Yeah.
The classics.
Right. So I might have seen some stuff in the aisles, but at that point I was way into Ninja Turtles, and that wasn't and that wasn't my He-Man. You know, it was, I don't know, just it was too small, and I don't know. There was nothing that was recognizable except the name He-Man and the name Skeletor. And so that was that. As far as making it watchable now, or even back then, I think I personally would have liked the designs. If bowl cut, Page Boy He-Man haircut, tan, would just go to space and do that, and still have John Irwin's voice, and still be. It may not be as good as the regular Filmation cartoon, but I think that would have been more digestible for me. Same thing with, every character, and don't completely get rid of everything. Maybe Skeletor and He-Man went to, Primus or whatever, and they had Beastman came along, or, Orko or Battle Cat, something, it just had these. Yeah, she almost kind of looked like a weird She-Ra. So it's like, I heard that there was going to be a possible other season where they might have gone back, or at least had other characters come in or something that we knew from before. But the art style was more anime than anything. And in all honesty, if you didn't put the name He-Man on it and you just called it something else, it probably would have been all right. But when you're sitting there trying to, why does his sword look so different? It didn't look like that at all. There's not even an explanation as to why it looked different. So, I don't know. Yeah, if it had kept, that's the word I'm looking for, guys, kept that same Filmation-y style or something, I think I would have been more on board. So.
Well said.
Thanks. So now let's hear some of our, what? You got something? Oh, okay. So we had some fans write in some of their ideas, and a lot of people didn't listen. They just said, nope, it sucked. So I'm going to find the ones where, they were more, they had some explanations there. So we have Adam Bradley Freeman says, make it more like the mini comic version of what it was. That was ballin'. Have you guys read the mini comics of those? I remember reading it just to check it out, but none of it stored into my brain.
See, I'm not familiar.
Okay, so this is good though, because we'll eventually get to it. It's in this book, so.
So you actually like that name?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm kind of excited to read it now.
Yeah. Gary Hess says, not a fan at all. Character design was nowhere near as imaginative. Transformation sequence was lame. I had no connection to the characters. It felt very cold. I prefer the more barbarian meets technology aspect of Filmation versus the G.I. Joe-esque feel of New Adventures. They threw away almost everything that made Masters so endearing. I really want them to go Powers of Grayskull instead of space fantasy. That actually would have been pretty sweet. They dropped the ball there. Perfect. Oh, that's not true. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right. That, by the way, is like one of my favorite New Adventures figures. Is that She-Ra? I'd forgotten you hit your hand in a few of those, didn't you? You were was Light Hope yours too?
Oh god, so good. So cool.
Okay. That's pretty cool. No, so go ahead. Any others that you were involved in?
Maybe someday.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then of course Snake Mountain. Yeah. Absolutely can.
Yeah.
Steve, have you yet?
I was gonna do it today.
Were you?
It's so crazy. I mean, I gotta. Every time I go to do it, I'm going to do it. Okay, it's a foregone conclusion. I'm getting Snake Mountain,
Yeah.
but every time I go to do it and I see that price tag,
You just back out.
I just stare at it.
They don't even give you a discount or anything? Yeah,
Right.
oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that. Sure.
So this is how expensive this thing really is for me. I had to buy my wife a couch yesterday.
In comparison, like if you bought her the couch, she would let you get a Snake Mountain.
It wasn't. I didn't put it out that way. It wasn't like, hey, if I buy this couch for you, I'm gonna get Snake Mountain. It was like, hey, let's go. She's been wanting a couch. I'm like, let's go look at couches. We went and looked at couches, and then she was like, hey, I want this couch. And I'm like, anything you want, baby. Whatever makes you happy. I want you to have this couch. And
knowing you want her to say those exact words to you later.
And then I'm like, we go up and we're talking to the salesman, and the guy is, he's talking to us about pillows and everything, and I'm really into it, because I'm really into this couch, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm like, this is great. I hope you're happy, and just so you know, I'm gonna order Snake Mountain, and how much is that? And I'm like, don't even worry about it, baby. Did I ask? Did I care how much the couch was? I didn't care. And the couch is way more than Snake Mountain.
Yeah, but you can use the couch. I mean, the Snake Mountain's just going to sit there.
I can use
in her eyes.
No, in my eyes, I'm using Snake Mountain.
For sure, I know you will. I know what you'll do with Snake Mountain, but I like I said, I can't justify it yet. I don't think that I can. I want it. And I know I'll regret not getting it, but I don't know where I'd put it. I honestly have nowhere to put unless I. I'd have to get rid of my drum set.
Worth it. Jeremy, you're not a drummer.
No,
you're a lead guitarist.
I always bought drums. The drum set was cheaper. So, wow. You really have had your fingers in there, though. That's awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, they may not need the help, but they obviously respect you a lot to give it to you, or to ask you for help,
It's great.
Sweet.
Yeah. We kind of do the same thing. We're like, hey, look at this crappy thing I did. You're like, hey, yeah, look at this crappy thing.
Everything I draw, Jeremy says that the crotch looks weird.
Hey, man, you drew some really big genitals on that picture. And I was like, my eyes go right to it.
Hey, I told you earlier, bigger is better. That's my caveman Neanderthal.
I understand. Skies out, thighs out. Okay, so what did Rob Bass have to say about New Adventures? He said, not give Skeletor eyeballs. That was it.
That's all he said?
That's all he said.
Wow.
Good old Rob. Sean Scavar, what's that? Oh, yeah, we had a good time with him last year. And, I mean, in general, I like that guy. Sean Scavarna, he says, I've heard the show did a good job at having an overall story they wanted to tell, which interests me over episodic? What is it? Episodic or episodic?
Odic.
Okay. Episodic stories. Me no smart. But that's just what I heard. Visually, it felt like something so completely different from anything bearing the name He-Man. I don't think visually I could have digested it easily. So that's more of a, he doesn't think he could, didn't really try it too much, but...
Well, I think a lot of us were in the same age that Nate was, or the same boat that Nate was talking about. We were all getting older, and so it really would have taken something great, I think, to pull me,
really knock it out of the park. Something innovative and yeah. Do Masters in that style. Gary Rickelman, King Gary Skull. He says, I didn't mind it. For me, it was 30-minute filler between Street Fighter and Ultra Force on USA Cartoon Express. It looked very Transformers Season 3 to me. Like, as a kid, I felt it could have been an extension of that. They definitely could have gotten a better voice actor for Skelly, though. He just sounded like a bored desk worker. Yeah, that's good. Gary actually watched that one. That's probably the one he's most versed in at this point. See, Gary's not a big He-Man fan at all, but he listens to us anyway. And so he's getting, schooled on it, and he's actually started collecting a couple things here and there, so it's pretty funny. I don't know how this person says their name, but it looks like Sagacious Mo. They said not create a heroic cast based solely on which of the Centurions were out of work at the time. He says it doesn't seem super important, but the differences in PSAs really highlighted the completely different hearts between the shows. Old Masters had lots of lessons intended to help kids become better, more well-rounded, and emotionally safe individuals as they grew. New Adventures PSAs were almost exclusively the more standard, hey kids, don't eat knives you find lying on the ground. And don't be like my idiotic cohort Flipshot, who is 30 years old and should know better than to plug his hairdryer in while soaking wet. That's awesome. Oh, goodness. Paul Guyton. We like Paul. He says, I tried to watch the DVD sets a couple of times, but I never got very far into them. It wasn't a bad show per se. It just didn't hold my interest. As far as what could have been done differently, I think it was at the wrong animation studio. The ideas behind the show were pretty solid. They just weren't executed well. Amen. Let's see. Okay. Sportimus Prime on Twitter says, back then, no. Now, I like it. What could have made it better? 1, make the character designs and colors more true to the Filmation look. 2, make Sebrian and the other characters more interesting. Okay. 3, kept it in the same timeline to where He-Man would return to Eternia. And 4, keep Castle Grayskull.
So, didn't Castle Grayskull turn into a ship in that? Am I wrong?
It was like, they called it something Eternia, right? Starship Eternia. Yeah. Yeah. I want to say that there were 2 distinct differences between that specifically, between the show and the books. But that's as far as I can tell you. Because I don't know. I know, like I said, I know that I read it, but I don't remember. Look at Steve just skimming through the book and like all these. Okay. Yeah, that's it. It was the same thing as like the She-Ra for me almost. Actually, I watched more She-Ra than I have New Adventures. Yeah, I tried. I was like forcing myself. So I just skipped ahead to the ones that I knew where there were familiar characters.
Prince Adam looks like Prince Adam.
Oh, in that comic? Yeah.
Yeah, he's just holding the wrong sword, but
Same thing with the Sorceress.
yeah.
Right. Yes, I do remember that and thinking that that was actually a really cool idea. Eric Crosby says absolutely, he liked it. Good. He actually does a podcast. I say this 100 times on here, but Turtle Soup, Ninja Turtle podcast, super awesome, super funny. So check that out. Mark Allen says, I wish they had done the season where they went back to Eternia, and to make it more watchable, maybe if the designs were more what we're used to on Filmation. So I'm sensing the same kind of vibe. They want what Jeremy wants, so they know what I want.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The show's all about me. He's like, shut up. We'll do one more. This is from Aaron Doyle. It says, I largely missed out on both the Filmation series and the New Adventures as a kid. I saw a few episodes of each, but I went from the time I was about 6 to being a young adult before I saw either again. So I had pretty fresh eyes when rewatching them, and honestly, I think New Adventures was a better show. I prefer the animation, the voice acting, and the plots feel less formulaic. If New Adventures had kept more recognizable designs and characters, it probably would have been a success, because that's really the thing I remember turning me off to it when I was a kid. Where's Man-at-Arms, or Tila, or Battle Cat? So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that would be pretty cool.
Do it.
Jeez, what?
Yeah, we just got his brain. Look it, we did something.
I don't know why, but
we didn't.
I'm picturing a visor across his eyes, like
battle, like a futuristic, like neon green visor or something.
No, like.
Yes.
Something like that.
That's awesome. Do you know Aaron? Nate Doyle? Yeah. He does some work with the Horsemen as well, right? Yeah. We've talked a little bit, him and I. He's a funny guy. Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it. There really weren't too many other people that were all about it. So it's all pretty much rehashing the same stuff we've already heard. But yeah, so we definitely read them all, though. I did anyway. So if you guys want to tell us some more about your new adventures, if you have ideas that'd be better, please let us know. So, all right. Well, so we just inspired Nate to create a New Adventures Battle Cat. I think that's pretty sweet. I think there should be a whole line, like a whole New Adventures, like where's Beastman and Trapjaw? Come on. Just think about Trapjaw. Yeah. I'd like to see Trapjaw in like white.
White?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That sounds crazy to me.
Doesn't it? It just popped in my head. I did. Yeah, he's glow in the dark. I was talking with Guillermo from the Plastic Crack documentary, and he's a huge reaction collector. And he's been trying, he kind of gets me into collecting them, the jerk, because I didn't really want to, because I'm like, I don't have room. But he wasn't going to get. Oh, I just have a handful. But he wasn't going to get the new ones that were coming out because he's like, oh, they're just old characters, right? And I brought him, I sent him some pictures the other night. I go, no, look, He-Man's wrist bracers there. They're different colors.
Oh,
he's a little bit different. And he's like, oh no. And I started sending him pictures. I sent him that Trapjaw picture. That was specifically the first one I sent him was that glow in the dark Trapjaw. And he's like, no. So he might end up getting them all. But I told him I'd buy a couple from him. So.
Did you get in on the 5.5 inch figures, Nate? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going.
Yeah. Did you get Grayskull? Nice. That broke my heart. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because I saved that money for Snake Mountain, but I've gotten everything else.
Yeah.
So you think it's going to be available other than just pre-order? Is your betting?
Well, considering we got that Giant Classics one for about the same price. True, absolutely. But it's not Lego. It's Mega Constructs, I don't know.
It's just so hard. I've gotten everything in that line.
Same here.
And if I don't get Grayskull,
and it comes with exclusive figures too.
Yeah, it's Sorceress, right?
Yeah. God.
Mm.
You should see Steve's face. Right? Yeah, it's almost like if you didn't get it, you'd be lambasted. I thought you liked it so much. Well. All right. So, what do you think? Bring us on to the mini comic?
I think we should do some mini comicing.
Okay, mini comic it is.
All right. Now, see, page 673 of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe mini comic collection. If you're following along at home and have that book, Otherwise, get out your mini comic collection and spread them on the carpet floor out and find the one that says The Menace of Multibot.
The guy who I can never remember his name.
Multibot. You always, that's how you call that's just basically what you call him. That's the guy I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that's I've tried so. Joe Amato gave me such crap for it too. He messaged me after that episode. It was like, you can't remember his name. I don't know, man. I just never really liked him. So this cover, you got upset He-Man. He looks kind of mad, and he's got two awkward-looking robots grappling onto him, straddling his skies out, thighs out. I'm sorry, I can't stop. Hashtag. We do have a Castle Grayskull in the background. Interesting-looking mouth. But, yeah.
Kind of looks like it's missing its dentures.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, totally.
But there is a Grayskull back there. We've been keeping, not really keeping count, but keeping track. And there's only about 2 or 3 issues so far that have not had Grayskull in the background somewhere. I would think. But very interesting look for Multibot if you have the figure. This doesn't really look like him, so.
Actually, especially the one on the left actually looks more like
Dilamug?
Dilamug.
Yeah. All right. So we gotta get some voices in here. Nate has reluctantly agreed to participate. So let's see.
Nate, can you handle Multibot?
Excellent.
Perfect.
Oh, I mean, if we were doing that, we wouldn't do this at all. Sure, I got a little bit of Alan in my Skeletor, but it's more like a Conehead.
Yeah, my Hordak is the Count from Sesame Street.
Right.
So.
And my Moss Man is Fred Durst. the Hetfield hit. Steve killed me when he did. Like I seriously was sitting here with like tears rolling down my face. Like he's got some good stuff. So all right. Is there enough? Like, should we throw him somebody else too, or is Multibot going to be enough?
There's also a Cyclone. Unless you want to do Cyclone, it's up to you.
No, I'll do. Well, God, it's kind of mixed bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that works. So
All right.
Nate will be Multibot. Let me take a little sip here, and then we'll get into it.
All right. This is going to be fun. You ready?
Yep.
Narrator.
I am ready. The Menace of Multibot. In the evil dimension of Etheria, the villainous Hordak rages.
Eternia! Bah! Its goodness offends me. What does it take to conquer that land? Curse the heroic warriors who defend Eternia. He-Man leads them too well. If only he were destroyed.
What is he looking into there?
A mirror.
It's like a bone. It's like a bone mirror. Like, yeah. Seems like a Skeletor thing, but I'll take it.
Yes. With He-Man gone, the other heroes would fall before the might of my evil horde. Modulok, use your science. Create a weapon that will smash He-Man.
I've already created it, Hordak.
Yeah? Modulok. What happened to you?
Nothing has happened, Hordak.
And it looks like they just rip apart like some odd Siamese twins of Siamese twins. Yes. Yep. That's great.
Except that Eternia lies within our grasp. Behold, Multibot.
A robot? You're attacking He-Man with the mere robot?
Now, Hordak here has like that denture look going too, kind of. They all look like they're 87.
I'm an old Hordak.
Don't start with that. Let me pee myself. All right.
Made in my image, duplicating my powers, fueled by my hatred.
Very well, Modulok. We'll test your new toy. But if it fails to best He-Man, you will feel the wrath of Hordak.
Meanwhile, at the Royal Palace of Eternia.
Tila, Cyclone, what are you doing up here?
Hello, Prince Adam. We're seeing if my father or the others are coming back yet.
Things seem peaceful now, but I can sense evil about to strike.
Whoa! What was that?
Are they dancing back there? What's going on? Yeah, that doesn't look right. Did she ask for that? Did she say it was okay? It felt like an earthquake, but
Look, it's Modulok. Or is it?
Perfect.
yes. Yep, I felt it.
Totally what I thought too. Awesome. Yep.
Boom!
Let's go give this thing a run for its money, Cyclone. Prince Adam, you...
I know. I'll try to find He-Man. Luckily for them, and unlucky for this Multibot, I know just where he is. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power.
Stop talking about him like that, you robot.
She just straight up cuts off his claw arm.
This is like Star Wars.
Nope. Oh, it grows right back. Sorry, we got excited. What I love here is that their heads just switched for no reason. If you look at all the art, both their heads are just on opposite sides now. But yeah, obviously Cyclone here just got captured, and he's getting thrown into Tila. Poor Tila. She's going to have a concussion.
What about me?
Ooh. So good.
That kind of talk won't win you any friends around here. Calm down. I don't want to hurt you.
You can't hurt it. It's not alive.
Oh, really? In that case, I can use the exercise.
He-Man just decks him and smashes him to bits, basically.
It's over, somehow, though I thought Multibot would be tougher to beat than that.
And watching in Etheria.
Your cursed machine failed, Modulok. It's your fault. You bumbling excuse for a scientist? Your fault.
Yeah! Look at the screen! Look at the screen!
What? Multibot is pulling himself together.
I programmed that power into him, Hordak.
The effects of him coming back together. Yeah.
Ha! That's simpering?
Yep, simpering.
That simpering hero never knew what hit him. Your invention is wonderful, Modulok. I'm lost.
Over the middle top.
Oh, that's still him.
Yep.
Oh. And look, the woman Tila, she's running away. It's more than I hoped for. He-Man's so-called friends are deserting him already. Excellent, Multibot. Will soften He-Man up. But the hand that will finish him will be mine.
So Multibot has cracked He-Man on the head now. So he's got a concussion waiting. And Tila's running away. Which she should have done a long time ago, apparently, at this point.
To Eternia, then. Let Etheria prepare for a festival of evil. Modulok, for when I return. Wait. Evil. Modulok. For when I return, I will be masters of Eternia as well.
If you return,
Hmm.
I program Multibot for 2 missions, Hordak. When my robot is done with He-Man, he will be coming after you.
Meanwhile, outside the palace of Eternia.
That's great. I
I'm
love
dying
it.
here.
Well, monster, I'll just have to do something about that.
He knocked off the Dial-A-Mug head. Boof. Good work, He-Man. That monster's finished this time.
No, he'll rebuild himself in seconds. You've got to help me stop him for good.
Me? What can I do?
Go to Man-at-Arms laboratory and get some magnets. That seems so ridiculous.
This plot's crazy, man.
And my brain went right to Breaking Bad. You know, the magnets, you know.
Yeah,
Okay,
magnets,
sure. I'll keep this thing busy until you get back.
Multibot leaps at He-Man.
Ugh! No! Step aside, robot. Your master Hordak commands it. But then fall, so that I may crush He-Man and Eternia. That's enough talk about crushing and conquering Hordak.
Oh, that was me. That was Tila.
Oh, it is.
Yep, off screen.
Ah,
Off
geez.
screen. Off the.
Sorry.
That's enough talk about crushing and conquering, Hordak.
What?
Don't you have any other hobbies?
No, it can't be. You ran out on He-Man. I saw you.
No.
Sorry, there's Moss Man in the background.
None of us would abandon a friend in need. I went for help because that's what friends are for.
What's Hordak doing here?
Believe it or not, he saved my life. I'll explain later. Give me the magnets.
This is awesome.
This is...
Yes.
They'll magnetize Multibot's metal parts and mess up his programming. And if that doesn't stop him, I don't know what will. No! Modulak, you will pay for this!
They're gone. Back to Eternia, or not Eternia, because that's where we are. Back to Etheria, no doubt.
I'm sure we'll see them again. Hordak never learns. A robot that never wears out might be hard to beat, but it will never be a good warrior. Okay.
This is you.
Okay. It can never know the friendship that keeps us going when the chips are down. And all the power in the universe is worthless if you don't have friends.
Yeah.
Dude, your multi-bot was fantastic.
It was. I'm dying. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, that, you know what? As ridiculous as it was, that's kind of a fun one. Just because it was so ridiculous. Like, it just like and He-Man couldn't think of immediately, like, you know, it had to be Tila telling him what was, you know, how Multibot worked. Like, I thought He-Man was always like the guy, you know, he's on it, but no, there was Tila and her concussion for days.
I love it, you know.
That's true.
Well, they did point out that the woman is slow. No. You're a lot faster than that slow woman. That was great.
She's running away? Like, what? But then it turned out to be a whole thing about friends. So, and apparently Hordak does not have friends because they're just turning on him left and right. So, Yep,
All right.
that's what it does.
Well, that brings our show to its end.
Yeah.
Oh, man, thanks for coming on, Nate. That was fun.
Absolutely. When Steve got a hold of me and was like, "All right, dude, guess what?" I was like, "What?" He says, "Nate's coming on the show." I'm like, "No way!" So he was pretty excited. I'm pretty excited, and it went off without a hitch. It was wonderful. And your voices are just—they're gonna kill me. Because I'll listen back to this. I always do. So.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to recruit him again.
Yeah, for sure.
So. All right. Geez.
Yeah,
It's that
I guess that
time.
leaves us here, huh?
Yep.
Well, we want to thank Nate for coming on. Follow him because he's great. Buy Snake Mountain because, you know, he had his hands all in that. I don't know. What else?
What else? Check out our Patreon page if you want to
Oh,
help
yeah.
support us.
Thanks. We have 16 now. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Thanks to everybody. And check out our social media outlets. We're there. We're ready to interact. We like talking Masters of the Universe with anyone, anywhere, anytime. And I probably am less efficient at work because of it. So, it's time to go away for a couple of weeks. We'll hang up our hats, but don't worry, we'll be back again to do this. And until then, we'll see you around the universe. All right, you still there, Nate? Oh, he can't hear us.
He can't. Wait, he can hear?
He can probably hear us. But we
Okay, yeah.
hang
Sorry,
on a
Nate,
second
hang on,
until this
man.
music quits.
Yeah, music's still going.
Yeah.
Here we go. We are the masters of the universe. Boom, boom,
Gosh, why is this music so long?
Because it's the outro music.
I know.
We're supposed to talk over all this.
We did.
It's long.
We talked over like the first 2 minutes of it.
We talked over the first 70 minutes of it.
Should I just?
No, it's fine. Let it do its thing. It's right there's the music for Orko.
47 seconds. 46.
It is a long outro. But,
It is.
so we've talked almost through the whole thing before.
Oh yeah, but I started it earlier.
That's true. I could have named all the Patreon supporters.
Usually you go through a bunch of stuff and
Well, I don't know. It's crazy. Hang on, Nate. It's almost done. That's a good drum fill, by the way.
good what?
Drum fill.
Oh, I forget you can hear this time.
Yeah. Normally you cut me out. And it should be... There it is. Nate?
Still there?
All right.
Well, I hope you had fun. Good.
Well, thanks, man. We we've probably both told you already, but I mean, we used to listen to Roast Google and stuff, and that's kind of like the inspiration for us to even start doing a podcast was that, and then of course
Shit.
you just cut me out.
You're back.
that, and then all the other podcasts that kind of, I don't know if they spawned from it. There were other ones, Masters Cast, and
Mastercast was first.
was it the first? Yeah. All I know is that back in 2008, when I discovered that my iPod could have, podcasts on it, and I knew what podcasts were. Thank you, Kevin Smith. I realized oh my God, there's He-Man. Oh geez, and I seriously listened to every single episode of everything I could get my ears on, and I just hear it. And now hearing you guys again coming back and stuff, I don't know, you guys are you're like the popular kids in school, but you're not dicks. So we're kind of like the class clowns, and I guess, I can't really say much else for everybody else. I mean, Joe and Tyler are kind of like they'd be like the nerds because they do know a lot. They got a lot of knowledge and stuff. Yeah. But for sure. Yeah, I've seen Joe's face. Yeah. Him and I actually talked him into Skyping for with a video in video format for the first time. So yeah, we used to Skype. You're like, hey, how can you cover your face now, dude? I think it's just trying to keep his anonymity a little bit. I don't know why. He's kind of awkward in knowing some of his personal stuff. He's just kind of he's an odd duck, but good dude. Yeah. I don't know about as far as anybody hurting him or anything like that, personally or anything like that. But he's had some stuff with his family, and he hasn't gone into really great detail about it. But yeah, so who knows? Maybe just. I mean, and now it's kind of a gimmick. So if he does show himself, then he kind of ruins it, like Kiss, And everybody knows who he is. So
yeah.
Good luck getting him to go out to PowerCon, though. That'll never happen. Yep. I mean, we live a state away from him, and I'm like, dude, just let me swing through. He's like, I don't know. He gets all kind of weird about it. I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. Fine.
So I'm gonna do the classic Michigander thing and put my hand out.
Put your left hand up.
In the mitten shape of the Lower Peninsula, and we live probably at your pinky knuckle.
Yep.
The knuckle that would be, not, what would you call that?
If you're looking
knuckle?
at the nails of your left hand, the backside.
We're not in the thumbnail. We're more at the.
Yeah, we'd be at the pinky knuckle, the first one.
So we're right on Lake Michigan, pretty much.
It's considered West Michigan. That's what they call it. Then you should find your family, and then they'll give you a reason to come visit here.
You ever been to Michigan? No.
It's Nope. It is a ferry ride away, though.
Yeah, there's a boat.
We have a ferry that will go from there to here. But yeah, I don't know. Michigan's all right. It's good. You definitely get all 4 seasons.
So you're in Utah. So are you like in like, I don't know, I'm picturing plateaus and stuff. I don't know if that's right, but
well, ours smell like fish, but I don't know. It's weird. We take our lakes for granted. I think sometimes
oh, totally.
it's like like I live literally like 10 minutes away from the beach, and I'm just like, whatever. I won't even go for 2 years.
No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, fall is amazing out here. It's just very pretty. I mean, you got lots of greenery around here, so when the leaves change and stuff, and nice cold, breeze. It's flannel and sweatshirt weather, and I wear that anyway all the time. But rain and oh god, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice. And then even like I don't do well in the summer either, especially when it's really humid. And but the thing about living here is if you either can be an AC, and if it's a nice day, if you go to the beach here, it's always breezy there, and it's always nice. And we have real sandy beaches, and I'll take freshwater over saltwater any day.
Yeah.
And people will be like, when we were at PowerCon last year, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I got to go see the ocean," and I'm like, "It looks like Lake Michigan."
Right.
And it tastes a lot worse.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, very true. And then in the winter, I mean, it's pretty sweet. I do like looking at the when they allow us to drive down to like Pure Marquette and stuff there, but just all the frozen water and the big old snow piles.
so do you get snow where you're at?
Yeah.
Do you do any?
We
Yeah. So is snowmobiling a big thing there? Cool. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. We don't have anything like that. No, Michigan sucks. Although we get the Michigan accent apparently. So I don't know. It doesn't sound too bad to me. So maybe we have some similarities or something. Yeah. Yeah. we shorten it just a little bit more. I think ours is real, just mountain. At least maybe it's just me.
I don't know.
How do you say mountain, Steve?
How do I say mountain?
Yeah.
Mountain.
You say it with the hard T?
Yeah, I think so.
You do?
When you think about it,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's genuine because now I'm thinking about it. Thinking.
Thinking. Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, it's weird. There's like I don't know if you know what TikTok is, but it used to be Vine or something, but just little short videos that mainly kids do. But there's this big thing going on it right now of like Michiganders, and they're like, we have a Michigan accent, and they'll like talk about all these words. And I'm like, oh my god, I do say that, and like that's what kind of inspired me, like thinking about it recently. Like, and I keep going back to check, like, what else do they say that I say? It's so weird.
So your kids are older then, right? Eh? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is sweet.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been through that already.
Well, my Katie, I have a Katie too, and she'll be 15 on June 2nd. So she's right there. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. Is this still like that here? Because it used to be like
Well,
that here.
my Katie is driving right now with
Okay.
me. We have a weird thing in Michigan where they have to be like 14 and 7 months, and they can take driver's training.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. It makes sense.
That would make sense. Weird.
Yeah. So I'm experiencing driving with my first kid. That's my oldest, I should say. So this is my first experience with driving with my kid, and it's no.
I've been through it myself, man. My oldest is 22. She'll be 23 this year, and that was like some of the scariest times in my life. I couldn't do it. Like my woman had to go and ride with her most of the time because I would just I'd get like, oh God, don't do that. Oh geez, like I'm freaking out. She's freaking out. And,
well, my daughter has this thing where when she's on the highway and she changes lanes, she for some reason lets off the gas and starts slowing down. So picture you're driving along and then you move over in the passing lane, which you should be going faster. She lets off the gas and then the car comes right up on her ass. And then the other day, the car got pissed off, went over past her on the right, and then drove by flipping us off. And my daughter, I didn't point it out because my daughter didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
I'm looking over at the lady and she's flipping me off, and I'm just, this is hilarious. My daughter's just oblivious to the whole thing.
Yeah,
driving along.
Oh, she just got her first birdie. That's great.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
my 12-year-old was my buddy. Now she's 12 and going to be 13 next month, and she's kind of turned into a little shit. So, yeah, she's in her room and on her phone, and I know it sucks. I mean, she's retained some of it. Like, she likes cool things. I like Stranger Things. We can kind of bond on, and like she likes It, that recent, the recent version of It that came out. She also likes Zelda a lot, The Legend of Zelda. So she'll watch tons of stuff about that. So we still have our things here and there, but yeah, overall it's like, I don't know. But she did get into decent music recently. She's been getting into like Queen and like Elton John, and like all of a sudden she's listening to Barry Manilow. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not my influence, but hey, go for it.
It's that damn movie.
I mean, it might be, but I whatever it is, I don't care. At least she's not listening to crappy 104 point, like the poppy, Right, exactly. Ugh, I could talk for hours about that.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at? 10 o'clock here?
Yeah, we probably should go.
Yeah, I kind of work in the morning.
Oh, you can count on it. We want to
Yeah.
get everybody. I'd like to really get Danielle on here one time too.
We have promised her a few times, but yeah, like I said, remember earlier I said starstruck or whatever, but downplay it a little bit. But I mean, you guys, I don't know, we look up to you guys, and then the fact that you're like, oh my god, I'm having fun on your show, I'm like, oh, that's cool, neat. So, we definitely want to get as many people on. I would love that.
Last year, Val was talking about doing a podcast panel at PowerCon. I wonder if he'll think about doing that this year.
Yeah, he brought that up to me. He's like, so this might happen, but I need to get some more people to come. Otherwise, it's just going to be you and he had like one other person. Maybe it would be Danielle or something, and it never happened. So that would be cool. Get some people.
Maybe there'll be more people this year, and he'll go for it.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, right. I'll plant a little seed in his ear too. Yeah. I'll mess with him too. So, well, cool,
right,
man.
Well, you're welcome anytime. So, man, like if you just get the bug and you're like, man, I want to do that again, let us know. And so, all right. Well, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Yes,
sure,
we will.
Man.
Cool. See you later, man.
All
Have
right,
a good night.
Bye.
Yep.
All right, so if anybody sat through that, which I doubt, you missed everything that Nate said, but it'll be on the podcast. But at least you got to watch our sexy asses, right? Thanks.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a giveaway soon. It's going to be awesome. Okay, bye.